The rabbit and the wolf lived not far from each other.
兔子和土狼住得相距不远。
The wolf, relying on its strength, often bullied the rabbit, and the rabbit had long wanted revenge but hadn't found the opportunity.
土狼依仗着自己力气大，经常欺负兔子，兔子早想报仇，但一直没找到机会。
One day, the rabbit returned home with a jar of honey it had collected from the forest, and just then, it encountered the wolf.
一天，兔子从森林里采了一罐子蜂蜜回家，正巧遇上了土狼。
Hey, little rabbit. What's in that jar? The wolf asked with bad intentions.
喂，小兔子，你那罐子里装的什么？土狼不怀好意地问。
Honey. Upon hearing there was honey, the wolf drooled with greed.
一听有蜜，土狼馋得口水直流。
But knowing the rabbit was clever and not easy to deal with, the wolf asked again, Is it really honey?
但他知道兔子很聪明，不好对付，所以又问了一遍，真的是蜜？
Why would I lie to you?
谁还骗你呀？
Did you collect it yourself, or did you steal it?
是你自己采的还是偷来的？
Of course, I collected it myself.
当然是我自己采的啦。
Good. Good. The wolf grinned broadly and followed the rabbit closely.
好，好。土狼眉开眼笑地紧跟在兔子后面。
It thought, I'll wait until the rabbit brings the honey home, and then I'll snatch it. It won't be too late.
他想，等兔子把蜜拿回家再抢过来也不迟。
Thinking this, the wolf became so pleased that it started dancing as it walked.
想着想着，得意地边走边跳起舞来。
They arrived at a fork in the road and encountered the Lion King, who was resting there after injuring himself in a fall.
他们来到一个三岔路口，碰到了国王狮子。狮子因摔伤正躺在那儿休息。
Fearing the lion might blame him, the wolf quickly bowed and said, Your Majesty, I didn't know you were unwell. I was just dancing earlier. Please forgive my disrespect.
土狼怕狮子怪罪他，赶忙跑上去行了一个礼，说：“尊敬的国王陛下，不知您贵体欠佳，我刚才跳舞了，对不起，我不是故意的，请你原谅我。”
Humph. That's easy to say, the lion said unhappily. You were probably gloating over my injury, weren't you? Be careful, or I'll teach you a lesson later. No.
说得倒轻松。狮子生气地说：“你是不是看到我受伤了，才偷偷开心？小心我以后教训你。” No.
No, the wolf quickly defended itself. I was dancing because...
不，土狼立即争辩，我跳舞是因为。
Because of what? Speak up, the lion demanded.
因为什么？快说！狮子命令道。
At this moment, the wolf's eyes lit up as it came up with a cunning plan.
这时土狼眼珠一转，想出了一个鬼点子。
It leaned close to the lion's ear and whispered, Your Majesty, the reason I was dancing was that I encountered the rabbit.
他把嘴贴近狮子的耳朵，小声说：“尊敬的国王，我刚才所以跳舞，是因为遇到了兔子。”
I've heard that the rabbit can cure illnesses, and his medical skills are quite advanced. You should have him treat you immediately. I guarantee he can heal you.
我听说兔子会治病，而且医术非常厉害哦。
Is that true? The lion asked.
是真的吗？狮子问。
Yes, Your Majesty. I would never dare to lie to you.
对，陛下，在你面前，我是从来也不敢撒谎的。
The wolf's plan was clever indeed. It would not only avoid the lion's wrath, but also keep the rabbit occupied so the wolf could steal the honey.
土狼的算盘打得可真妙。
The lion believed the wolf's words and eagerly called out.
狮子果然相信了土狼的话，马上迫不及待地喊
Rabbit, come over here. I heard you can treat illnesses. Hurry and take a look at me.
兔子，快过来！听说你会治病，赶快给我看看。
It's not true, Your Majesty. Who said I could treat illnesses? The rabbit protested.
没有的事，陛下，谁说我会看病？
The wolf.
土狼。
Upon hearing this, the rabbit knew it was the wolf playing tricks again.
兔子一听就知道又是土狼在捣鬼。
He thought, it said that serving a king is like serving a tiger. Treating the king's illness is no joke. If something goes wrong, I could end up in prison or worse, lose my life.
他想，俗话说伴君如伴虎，给国王看病可不是闹着玩的，万一出了差错，轻者坐牢，重者是要送命的。
But it seems the king already believes I'm a doctor, and there's no way to refuse. I'll have to take a chance, but I won't let the wolf get away with this easily.
不过看来国王已经相信我是医生了，我也没法拒绝。我得冒个险，但不能让狼轻易得逞。
So, the rabbit came up with a plan to borrow a knife to kill, and said, Your Majesty, I'm not a real doctor.
于是他想了个借刀杀人之计，说：陛下，我的确不是什么医生。
However, my grandfather was, and I learned a little from him, especially in treating injuries from falls.
不过我爷爷会看病，我向他学过一点儿，特别是治疗摔伤，还有点经验。
Then hurry up and take a look at me. Whatever you need, just ask.
那就赶快给我看看吧。需要什么你尽管说。
First, I need honey. I happen to have a jar here that I can give to you, Your Majesty. Also, I need the wolf's skin to make the bandage.
首先要蜜，我这儿刚好来了一罐，可以全部敬献给陛下。另外，要土狼的皮做膏药布。
No problem. How much do you need?
好吧，要多少？
Where does it hurt the most?
你哪儿最疼？
My rear.
屁股上。
Alright. Let's start by taking a piece of the wolf's skin from his rear.
好，先剥土狼屁股上的皮。
The wolf, terrified and sweating, couldn't run away and had no choice but to endure the pain as the lion ripped off a piece of skin from its rear.
土狼一听，吓得浑身冒汗，但又不能逃跑，只好忍着疼让狮子在屁股上撕下一块皮来。
The rabbit applied some honey to the lion's rear and then stuck the wolf's skin on it. Where else does it hurt? The rabbit asked.
兔子在狮子的屁股上抹了一些蜜，然后贴上土狼屁股上的皮，又问狮子还哪儿疼？
My back feels a bit sore too.
背上好像也疼丝丝的。
Then I'll need another piece of the wolf's back skin.
那么再要一块土狼背上的皮。
The lion, without hesitation, ripped off a large piece of skin from the wolf's back.
狮子又毫不客气地在土狼背上撕下一大块皮来。
The rabbit applied more honey to the lion's back and stuck the wolf's skin on it. Is there anywhere else that hurts?
兔子又在狮子背上抹了一些蜜，然后贴上从土狼背上撕下的皮，问还有什么地方疼吗？
My stomach feels a bit uncomfortable too.
肚子上好像也不舒服。
Then I'll need one more piece of the wolf's stomach skin.
那就再要一块土狼肚子上的皮。
When the lion ripped off a piece of skin from the wolf's stomach, the wolf couldn't bear the pain any longer.
他只好让狮子在肚子上撕下了一块皮。
The wolf begged the rabbit, Please, spare me. If you take any more, I'll die.
土狼疼得实在忍受不住了，苦苦哀求兔子道：老弟，饶了我吧，再撕下去我就没命了。
Will you still dare to bully others?
你以后还敢随便欺负人吗？
Never again.
再也不敢了。
All right, I'll let you go this time. The rabbit applied more honey to the lion's stomach and stuck the wolf's skin on it.
好吧，今天饶了你。兔子在狮子肚子上又抹了一些蜜，然后贴上从土狼肚子上撕下的皮，说
Your Majesty, let the wolf go, it needs to rest.
陛下，叫土狼走吧，它需要去休息了。
The wolf limped away, having gained nothing but lost a lot.
土狼一瘸一拐地走了，这只贪心不足的家伙不仅没吃到蜜，还差点把命丢掉。
Since then, the wolf has never dared to bully the rabbit again.
此后，土狼再也不敢欺负兔子了。
The clever rabbit doctor finally taught the wolf a lesson with its wits.
聪明的兔子医生终于凭借自己的才智给狼一个深刻的教训。
The rabbit returned home and laughed so hard his teeth almost fell out.
兔子回到家里，牙齿都快笑掉了。